Deliver Me From Nowhere is the latest film from director Scott Cooper. It is a movie that depicts the making of Bruce Springsteen's Nebraska album. Bruce Springsteen is played by actor Jeremy Allen White, most famous for The Bear. And I say this movie feels like it was especially geared for me, at least in its concept. Music biopics don't really impress me much, and the ones that do impress me are the ones that try to go into more of kind of the songwriting process. And on paper, I feel like I should have liked this, but I don't know. I came out disappointed with the movie. There's a lot to like about it, and for the most part, I did enjoy it, but I think a lot of it does just, I wouldn't say fall apart, but does fall short in the end. Stuff that does really work in the movie is when it's focusing on the songwriting process, kind of the inspiration for the Nebraska album, kind of seeing Bruce kind of gather back on his experience of his childhood and kind of implementing that into his songwriting. That's the stuff that really works. Stuff that doesn't particularly work, which I feel like it's just a case of maybe tackling too much, is how it tries to tackle a lot more of these psychological issues of Bruce Springsteen. And it doesn't do them poorly, but I think the problem is this movie, I think, needed a good 25 more minutes for this to really work. Because it only just comes out feeling a little hollow, and all the pieces are there for this to work. It's just that I feel like once we're done making the album, the writer just didn't know how to really keep the momentum going. We lose our momentum after they finish writing and recording Nebraska. And I don't know, I think the problem is I just am not a huge Bruce Springsteen fan. I am more of a casual enjoyer of his music. I don't know that much about him or his songwriting process, which, again, I feel like people who aren't fans of Springsteen are not going to like this movie, since Springsteen's he's not like Bob Dylan, or say like Freddie Mercury, who is this just larger than life character who an actor could really get lost in. Springsteen was honestly just fairly normal. Didn't really have like a specific like voice or really like these weird mannerisms. It's honest, and Jeremy Allen White does do a good job with Springsteen. His performance is very reactionary, I would say. It's not really big, like over the top screaming. It's very much him reacting to a lot of stuff happening around him, what people are talking to him. Very much a grounded performance. And yeah, honestly, this movie is its biggest weakness is its runtime. This needed to be longer, or I feel like at the very least, definitely need more time focusing on kind of more Bruce's psyche. Like, as I said, it's there, but I needed something a little more from it. On the whole, I would say this is a good solid 7 movie. It's definitely not, I feel like, the best musical biopic I've seen, but definitely an interesting one. I would definitely recommend seeing it.